Hi, my name's Lori Alexander, and my husband and I we've been to church today, and then we came home and had lunch, and we were watching football, and I was posting on Facebook, and I posted a comment that from a woman. I was just sharing a post about a woman who left an amazing husband that she shared the love of her life because she thought the grass was greener on the other side. She thought she can find someone better. Well, now she's older and alone and regrets her decision. She thought she has a great career and makes a lot of money. And she thought this was, and while doing this, she thought she would find this perfect man, but she didn't. So now her life is miserable. And so of course I get women on there saying, well, she should leave since she was abused and whatever. And I said, why do women always think that the women are perfect and the men are evil? This is what they always go to. Women can do no wrong, and men are always the wrong, the evil ones. And then someone else commented, and I wrote, this is what the feminist leaders taught women, that men were evil and women were perfect. They taught women to hate men. And I didn't add that in my comment. I just said that feminist leaders taught women that men were evil and women were perfect. And boom, I was tagged. I said, you're not gonna be able to comment on your Facebook for 24 hours. Do you want to appeal this? And usually I don't. The truth detectors on all these sites are not really into truth. They're into lies. So I usually just accept it and, take the consequences. But my husband said, no, always fight it. Don't just give in. So I clicked it, and they asked why. And I said, I misunderstood my intent. I wasn't saying that all men were evil, and I don't even think they would even care if I wrote that. So I have no clue what was so horrible about that comment. But I got it right back and said, okay, you're in jail for 3 days now. Okay, so I guess I shouldn't argue with the truth detectors. So I'm in Facebook jail now for 3 days. I can't comment or do anything on Facebook. And so that always kind of bothers me and upsets me. But then I ponder it and I think, it's not that big a deal. Just last week I found out on Instagram that I am no longer allowed to add links to my Instagram stories because I have gone against too many community standards of hate speech. And to them, hate speech is truth. So there's many things I know exactly what puts me in Facebook jail from the past, and I don't write them. So today's was like off the wall. I have no clue why that threw me into Facebook jail. But I know that they censor me heavily. And even now on Instagram, women have been telling me that they can no longer tag me in their stories. And they're definitely censoring me on Instagram too, and on Twitter. And you know what? When they told me that they were taking away my ability to share links on my Instagram stories, I was upset at first, but then I was thinking about it as I'm thinking about this Facebook whole thing. And part of living a Christian life is renewing our minds with truth. Okay, so this isn't our home. We're pilgrims and strangers here. Satan is the prince of the power of the air. We're promised tribulation and suffering and persecution, and we deal with it. The world, like our pastor preached today, the world will not know us. They will hate us because they don't know God. They don't understand us. Truth to them seems like lies. And what's good is evil and what's evil is good. We're to be set apart and holy from this world, not to be conformed to it, but transformed into the image of God. For all I know, I'll probably be kicked. All of us who teach truth will be kicked off social media platforms eventually. Hopefully though, I'm on Gab. I'm only on gab.com right now. That's the only other social media I'm on besides the 3 big ones. And it's real small. I heard Trump's coming out with one in March. It would be really nice if we had one that we weren't afraid to speak truth about what's going on with the, the thing that goes in your arm, the virus, the, truth about biblical womanhood and what God says about women in the Bible, even the negative things that is, universal among women. So it would be nice to be able to speak truth, just so people hear that. But this isn't our home. That's pretty much my motto these days, that I remind myself consistently. This isn't our home. Maybe we've been too comfortable here in America. We have all of our needs met. We've been able to speak truth freely up until the last couple of years or year, whatever. And we need to just accept that, but it's not going to stop me from teaching truth. When I told my husband that I was, in Facebook jail again, he said, "You need to be careful what you write." And I said, I am, but they don't like truth. So even when I'm careful, I can still be put in Facebook jail. And I'm sure all my trolls will cheer at this news, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't bother me. I know how it all ends, and I know who wins, and I know where we're going to end our lives for eternity on the new earth, where it's going to be perfect. There'll be no more sin. That's what's going to be amazing about it. No more sin, wickedness, or evil, just perfectness, and it's going to be amazing. So that's why we need to keep our eyes on eternity. But while we're here, we need to keep speaking truth, speaking it honestly. Don't be cruel, and I'm not cruel. I'm not cruel to people. I've never written any hate speech or anything that they're accusing me of, but they see this hate speech. They see a lot of truth. A lot of people think truth is hate. But that's just because Satan is the prince of the power of the air. He's the father of lies. And I clearly see the lies. And all of those who love God and his word can clearly see the lies, what's going on today. But you just keep living your lives for the glory of God. Keep speaking the truth in love. Take the consequences of those. Look at the disciples and Jesus and whatever. We're promised persecution, but we've been very blessed to be in a country that didn't persecute Christians, but it looks like it could be coming. But God will still be with us. He'll never leave nor forsake us, and we still could be full of joy, no matter, even when we're in Facebook jail, being censored on all the social media platforms. Numbers don't matter. No matter who you're reaching, that's good. Because God's word and his truth will never come back void. He's the King of all kings and the Lord of all lords. Bye-bye.